Whose land is this?
My land.
The Osage. They have the worst land possible. But they outsmarted everybody.
The land had oil on it.
Black gold. Money flows freely here now.
I do love that money, sir.
Why did you come here?
I work with my uncle.
You scared of him?
Oh, he's the nicest man in the world. The Osage.
Their time is over. We got to take back control of our home.
I was sent down from Washington, D.C. to see about these murders.
We have so many deaths we've lost count.
It's just bad luck.
Seems more like an epidemic than bad luck to me.
Osage is dying by the enemy. Do not let them die alone.
Evil surrounds my heart.
Hello, my name is Michael Morley, and I am here to review Killers of the Flower Moon, directed by Martin Scorsese, and starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, Lily Gladstone, Jesse Plemons, John Lithgow, and Brendan Fraser. This movie is about the American land, about the Native Americans, about the Osage family, who were the most richest Native American family in American history. They owned a whole heap of oil on their land, and they were rich. White people were literally serving them. They were the royalty, and the white people were the servants. I could not believe that this has actually ever happened. The movie is centered around in the 1900s. Leonardo DiCaprio plays a character named Ernest. He is a war veteran that just comes back. His uncle is played by Robert De Niro, who is the mason, the mayor of the town, and he wants to wipe out these Native Americans. He wants to really become the prominent owner of this land and take their money and make them just wipe them out. Even he's this person who comes across as this righteous being who's everyone looks up to him, and he's this humble guy that wants to help everyone in the town, but secretly he's a two-faced asshole who just wants to take the Native Americans' money, and he wants to get Leonardo DiCaprio to fall in love with a Native American woman so he can marry into that family. So if anyone dies, he will inherit the money into the white family. Leonardo DiCaprio falls in love with a Native American woman played by Lily Gladstone, and they end up getting married and having a bunch of kids. And all of a sudden, everyone in her family are dying one by one. Her cousins, her sisters, they're all getting killed. And who's behind it? Robert De Niro. He's secretly getting people to kill her family members so Leonardo DiCaprio can be the prime holder of the money that that family owns. This movie is definitely what you would expect from a Martin Scorsese movie. If you've seen movies like Goodfellas, Casino, The Wolf of Wall Street, you get totally what this movie has that in store. The violence, the deaths, the swearing, the directing. It's all great. Leonardo DiCaprio is phenomenal. Lily Gladstone is fantastic. She does such a great role. Robert De Niro, I have to say this is the best Robert De Niro I have seen in a long time. He's not phoning it in this, folks. He's not in these movies like The War for Grandpa and Bad Grandpa or whatever that shit movie was. He's really finally got back into good acting, guys. The supporting actors, Jesse Plemons, who's making a rise in Hollywood right now. He was great playing the law official, the detective, cop, marshal, who's trying to figure out what's going on with all these murders. John Lithgow and Brendan Fraser both play lawyers for opposing teams. Fantastic. Brendan Fraser, he is literally at his Fraser-assance right now. He's kind of getting back up in Hollywood right now. Everyone in this movie is phenomenal. My problem with this movie is that It is so long. It goes for like 3.5 hours. This movie, in my opinion, does overstay its welcome. However, you could have an argument and say that there's certain scenes that you wouldn't cut out, but I reckon you could have made it cleaner and could have just cut out certain segments that didn't need to drag on. But I know Martin Scorsese is known for the long monologue scenes where the characters are having long conversations that are very engaging, and that's how he directs. That's how his style is, and that's what makes him a phenomenal director. But there are just certain segments where I'm like, God, it's so long. Why does it have to be 3.5 hours? You could have cut probably 10 minutes out of this, and it really wouldn't have made an impact, in my opinion. Another thing that annoyed me was the Native American language. There are scenes where you see subtitles for the Native American language, but then there are other scenes where they're talking in their language and there's no subtitles, and I can't understand what they're talking about. It's like, what are they saying? And there's no. Sometimes they explain it in English to kind of give you, okay, so that's what they were talking about, that language. But there are scenes where there's no subtitles, and I can't understand what they're on about. Other than that, this is a phenomenal movie. This movie is going to get nominated for multiple Academy Awards. Leonardo DiCaprio is going to get nominated. Rob De Niro is going to get nominated. Lily Gladstone is going to get nominated. Martin Scorsese is going to get nominated. It's going to get all the nominations at the Academy Awards. 9 out of 10.
Expecting a miracle to make all this go away. You know they don't happen anymore.